Jamie, are you?
Divide 2.
Perfect. So I get y equals, and I could rewrite this as 1/2 e to the x minus 3, right? My pen is not happy that I wrote on top of highlighter. All right, thank you, Jamie. All right, and Lamero, help me with step 4. So read step 4 up here. You can read it to yourself or you can read it out loud, and then tell me what's right for this.
Okay, it'll be f inverse of x equals 1/2 e to x minus 3.
Perfect. Excellent. And then this is our final answer. We did it! All right, great job, guys. Thank you for all of my helpers for that example. What questions do you guys have about example 2?
So for the answer, like the last step 4, could we write it basically just f inverse of x equals e to the power of x minus 3 divided by 2, or would we have to multiply it by 1/2?
Either one is fine. That's technically the same thing. So I will accept either one.
Okay.
Good question. Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'm a little nervous that there were no questions or not very many questions about step 3. Hopefully it makes sense to you. You guys have centers to do today that are going to be due. You're finishing them for your classwork today, and then you're going to do finish them for homework. These properties of inverses I'm meant to go through together. These are you-dos that I want you to try on your own. I'm not going to check these at all. The centers should be plenty of practice. We will go through these properties tomorrow, but they're really just properties of inverses that you should know from our unit 1. But we'll talk about them tomorrow, okay? So work on your centers today. You can do your centers on notebook paper. Let me go ahead and show them to you so you know what they look like. Okay, so here we are. Your centers are linked right here, so you can just click on it and it should take it to you. It's under the activity for homework 10/7/20. All right, so you should click on this one. It gives you like your center cards. It has the problems, and this one is the student sheet. If you don't have a printer, don't worry about the student sheet. You can just write center 1, center 2, center 3, center 4. There should be 5 total. All right, I give you the steps for how to switch from exponential to logarithmic and logarithmic to exponential. Okay, so the steps are here in case you need it. Center 1, you're finding the inverse of these exponentials. Okay, just 2 problems. In center 2, you're finding the inverse of these logarithms. Center 3, you have 2 exponential functions that you're going to find the inverse of. Center 4 is going to be finding the inverse of these logarithmic functions. The last one is center 5, and you're finding the inverse of each of these. They're exponential functions. There is a spot for the challenge center, I believe, on the solution or the student sheet. We are not going to do the student or the challenge center, but you can basically sketch this out on notebook paper, or you can just write center 1, number 1, number 2. Show your work. Okay. And there should be 5 spots for centers. There is no challenge center. Go ahead and just do centers 1 through 5. So that's only a total of 10 problems. You must show your work to get full credit. So please write down all your work before you submit it. All right, what questions do you guys have before you head out today? Okay, if you have,
Where
go ahead, Henry.
are we supposed to turn in the warm-ups?
Yeah, the warm-ups were a while ago.
Wait, what? So we
So
need the. Wait, what you mean?
the warm-ups were an assignment last week.
Okay.
So let me see if I can find it. So it was in Unit 1B, and there should have been, oh, maybe it was in Unit 2, because that's where we are right now. Yeah, warm-up sheet submission on October 1st.
Oh, okay.
That's where they're supposed to go. Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, any other questions? Okay, if there are no questions, you are good to go. If you do have questions, feel free to stay on and we can chat.